been without Jonathan Drouin now for a few games, and I think considering the circumstances, it's about time we had a little discussion about whether or not Jonathan Drouin may have played his last game as a member of the Habs. Yeah, a little touchy of a subject for sure, but it definitely warrants a discussion. And no, I'm not about to rip into this guy during the video. I mean, that's not what this is all about. This is about his future with the team moving forward. But first, before we get into these shenanigans, if you guys are a fan of the Habs or just hockey in general, please consider subscribing to my channel as I upload hockey content daily and would really enjoy if you guys decided to tag along for the ride. Now, I'm not gonna do much backtracking here or talk about the Sergachev trade because, hey, I already went over that shit in a different video. So, our boy, Drouin, he's been missing in action the past couple of games. You know, he took the leave of absence from the team and was placed on the LTIR by Marc Bergevin. And you know, we all have our opinions, but I honestly don't know if he's going to be back for the remainder of this season. In fact, I don't even know if he's ever going to be back again when it comes to playing hockey for the Habs organization. I don't know why, I just got this strange ass feeling in my stomach. Maybe it's the bacon and eggs, I don't know. Maybe it's Drouin. Maybe I have a tapeworm. Yeah. And you know, I'm blaming this whole topic of conversation on Phil Danault, because Phil Danault might have slipped something out to the media following a practice last week when asked about Jonathan Drouin that he probably shouldn't have said, in my opinion. Yeah, he's the guy that kind of peeled the lid off of this can of beans and started flinging them in the air. And if you're wondering what he said, I'm about to read it out to you knuckleheads, because when asked about Drouin, he would say, quote, Montreal is such high highs and low lows, without much middle ground. When everything goes well, you're super up and very happy. When it's going less well, it's harder. Speaking for myself, and probably everybody else feels the same. We put so much pressure on ourselves already, and it's amplified in Montreal. We put it on ourselves, but we know how high the expectations are around us also. Sometimes it's hard not to take what's said about us personally. We all want so badly to perform well and to bring pride to the jersey we wear. It's an extra pressure we put on ourselves, and sometimes it gets harder on the ice, but off the ice too. Danault would also go on to say, there's this guy on YouTube, his name is Hockey Junkie. Yeah, he's a real asshole. Just kidding, he didn't actually say that last part. So yeah, before I heard Danault talk about this to the media, I was thinking, man, maybe Drouin, you know, maybe he lost a family member or somebody really close to him in his life, or maybe somebody sick, you know, maybe his imaginary friend chopped his hand off with a miter saw, and Drouin was the only guy who could see him, so therefore he had to take care of him. But after hearing Danault's comments, I've since been speculating that maybe, just maybe, the Habs media and fan base, you know, has brought the man down. I know that some people respond to pressure and negativity differently than others, cause hey, some people, they thrive in this kind of market, while some guys don't. I've recently read an article with both Guy Carbonneau and Patrice Brisebois, two Quebec-born players that both played for the Habs. And Carbonneau, I mean, this guy was a fan favorite. Everybody loved him. And he loved the team and city equally as much. He would go on to say it was the highlight of his career. But then Brisebois chimed in, and I'm thinking, hey, a lot of guys hated Brisebois. He went through some rough times during his career with the Habs. The man damn near got booed off the ice a couple of times. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've thrown cushions and remote controllers at the old TV when Brisebois was on the ice. But when asked about these specific times, Brisebois actually said the only wish he had about his NHL career was that the 2 years in Colorado hadn't have happened and he played his entire career with the Habs. So coming from a guy that received so much hate, that kind of struck me as funny. And then when it comes to other guys from outside the province of Quebec, I recently watched the Habs Tonight video with ex-Habs Dale Weiss and Josh Georges. Georges would go on to say that he was devastated to leave the Habs, and the feeling of putting on the Habs jersey was the greatest feeling ever. The man refused to take a trade with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, it doesn't get any more badass than that, and Weiss would agree with him completely, saying that his time in Montreal was the highlight of his career as well. So yeah, everybody reacts a little differently around here. There was a lot of hype surrounding Drouin when he came to the team, and if this guy is feeling this unhappy that it's actually making him unable to play and compete with the team at such an important time of the season, maybe his best bet is to request a trade during the offseason and go somewhere where the guy can feel less pressure. And no, I'm not knocking the guy. I'm not saying that I want him to leave. I'm just saying, when it comes to Drouin himself, if he is feeling this much pressure from playing for the Habs, that's not a good thing. And it probably ain't going to get any better. If he wants to stay, he's got to zone that shit out or it just ain't going to work. That's just how fans are. I feel like throwing a pie in the face of Eric Stahl most nights, but it's just because of how passionate I am, and I want to see the Habs win. Not because I necessarily have any hate towards him. If Stahl does score a hat-trick tonight against the Leafs, I'll be back here tomorrow talking about how I just baked a fresh batch of heart-shaped chocolate chip cookies and sent them to Stahl's home address. Yeah, we're all a little crazy here, right? Anyway, I hope however Drouin is feeling, I hope he gets better soon. Whatever's bugging him, I hope it goes away. Mental health is definitely nothing to play with. And he's got to sit down and make the right decision for himself. Anyway, guys, that does it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about the current Jonathan Drouin situation in the comment section. Do you think this guy possibly suited up for his last game as a member of the Habs? Or do you think this is something he can overcome and get back into action soon? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you pretend the like button is John Lou on the way out of here and give it some love. And see you next time.